Welcome back to Andy the Lab. How do you avoid this and capture this? Keep watching to find out. Pets are one of the largest trending segments on social media. When it comes to Andy, even I struggle with getting the right shot or thinking of a new setting when taking photos. Today, we're meeting with Sarah from Pooch Portraits. She's a professional pet photographer, and she's going to teach us some of her tricks. So we're on our way to see Sarah at Pooch Portraits. If you haven't seen it already, we're in the 2018 Volkswagen Atlas. Andy and I did a full dog-friendly review. Check out the video, the link is below. This place is amazing, you gotta check it out. We're so excited to be here, Sarah. How are we gonna get started?
So the first thing I like to do is give the pup a little time to get acclimated, so we'll play with Andy and let her relax. First tip would be to get a squeaky toy that doesn't have the squeaker sort of lost in the toy. One like this that has the plastic part with the squeaker. It's easy to hold, and as you'll see, Andy will come running over when I squeak it. But it's easy to control that you always get a squeak. So this would probably be my recommendation. This one is from Chewy, so you can just order it online. Typically, I will hold it, my camera right here, and this sort of with this arm, and you can do the same thing with your phone. Just sort of hold it slightly above, but right sort of at your forehead with your eye in the viewfinder. And just go like this, and as you squeak, you'll get different reactions. So I try to take the picture between every squeak. Thank you, girl. And at the end, the dog can just have it as their treat. My second tip is to find something unique that your dog loves. I typically use peanut butter. It's easy to stick to the roof of the dog's mouth, and you get lots of unique shots with their tongue, with their personality, really trying to figure out the peanut butter. And it's not something you give them every day, like maybe a carrot or some other treat like that they might get every day. I think that gets you really unique reactions and helps show your dog personality. So typically the way I start each shoot, and I recommend this for any time you take your pet into a unique space if you're trying to take their pictures successfully, is to give them some time to acclimate. It's just as if you go to a new space, you sort of spend a few minutes looking around and understanding your surroundings. For a dog, it's a big transition to come into this space, so I spend the first 20 minutes to half an hour just playing with the dog, making them feel comfortable. I recommend taking water breaks and bathroom breaks between. If you're trying to get some really good shots of your pet, it's sort of stressful for them to keep their focus. I think the more breaks you give them, the more comfortable the pet is, and the better your pictures will turn out. The owner knows their dog best. I typically ask the owner if they like noises. You sort of have to take your dog's reactions as a guide. If you try a different sound, say you try a new duck call or some other sort of unique whistle, you sort of have to take your dog's cues. I don't believe that it's worth stressing your dog for an image. I think that it's uncomfortable for a dog to be stressed, and it's just not sort of the right thing to do, in my personal opinion. So I recommend just taking cues from your dog. If they look stressed, if they start pulling their ears back, showing teeth, things like that, that's how you really know that's just not the right sound or the right atmosphere for your dog to be in. This is just one example of a unique sound. And as you can see, Andy looked right at me as soon as I did that sound. Recommend a sound like this. It's just a unique sound that they wouldn't hear in an atmosphere outside. So it perks their ears, gets their attention. Same thing goes for clothing. Some dogs love it, some dogs hate it. I always try because I think it's a cute addition to a session. But you just have to take the cues from the dog. If you put the outfit on them and they skulk in the corner, that's probably not the best thing to do. Same goes with bow ties and bandanas and things like that. Most dogs are accustomed to it and are happy wearing them, but some dogs do have an aversion to things like that. My last tip would be, you sort of have to let go of your inhibitions with this one and be totally wacky and crazy to get your dog's attention. You might be that weird person at the dog park screaming and hollering, but you might end up with a great picture that seems worth it. Just be fearless with your noise making and your wacky hand motions because it ends up paying off. So I typically shoot with a Canon Mark III. These tips work across the board.
Thanks so much, Sarah, for all your help today.
Of course, and I just want to let you guys know you can use these tips whether you have an iPhone, a camera, or any kind of smartphone. And if you have any questions about cameras or anything studio related, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thanks again, Sarah. The link to her website and Instagram is in the description below. Now remember, for the remainder of August, we're uploading new videos each Friday and pairing it with a giveaway. This week, we're giving away, Andy, why don't you tell them? A DJI Mavic Pro in this hard case and 4 extra batteries. So to enter, all you have to do, subscribe to this channel, comment down below with your Instagram handle, and follow Andy on Instagram. And for every person you tag on this post, it will count as an additional entry. Good luck! Now for this week's Google Home giveaway, the winner goes to Stella the Spy! Congratulations! Now don't forget, turn on post notifications. Hit that bell. That way you'll find out when our next video is up and you can learn about next week's giveaway. You don't want to miss it. Bye!